Did you know that approximately 1 out of every 5 people has had an encounter with a toxic individual at some point in their life? That's a startling 20% of the population. Imagine a room filled with 100 people. That means 20 of them have experienced the draining, damaging effects of a toxic relationship. Take the example of John. He was in a work setting where he had to deal with a colleague. Let's call him Mark. Mark had a knack for turning conversations into arguments, and he had a special talent for making others feel inferior. John found himself constantly embroiled in conflicts, feeling drained, manipulated, and emotionally exhausted. Then John discovered a method known as gray rocking. The idea behind this technique is as simple as it is effective. John decided to become as interesting and emotionally engaging as a gray rock. Not very exciting, right? That's the point. Instead of engaging with Mark's attempts to provoke him, John kept conversations short and to the point. He responded with neutral, non-committal answers. He stopped sharing personal information or emotions. He demonstrated little enthusiasm or interest in their interactions. In essence, John became unresponsive to Mark's attempts to provoke or manipulate him. Over time, John noticed a significant change. Mark's attempts to engage him in conflict lessened. Their interactions became less draining, less emotionally charged. John had effectively minimized the negative impact of Mark's toxic behavior on his emotional well-being. The gray rocking technique is not about changing the other person, it's about changing your response to them. It's about setting boundaries, protecting your emotional health, and minimizing the negative impacts of toxic interactions. Remember John's story. If you ever find yourself in a similar situation, consider using the gray rocking technique. Keep conversations short and to the point. Respond with neutral, non-committal answers. Avoid sharing personal information or emotions. Show little enthusiasm or interest in interactions. Be unresponsive to attempts to provoke or manipulate you. Just like John, you too can become a gray rock, uninteresting and unresponsive to toxic behavior. By doing so, you can protect your emotional well-being, set healthy boundaries, and minimize the negative impacts of toxic relationships or encounters in your life. And remember, sometimes being as interesting as a gray rock can be the most interesting thing you can do.